everyone, welcome to Latoonie. This is AJ here from Latoonie.com. So I haven't done a non-Latoonie figure video for quite a while, and personally for this video I've been extremely excited about this because I was actually able to get uh, one of the prototypes for the upcoming figures from Mattel, which is kind of a throwback to the LJN series. So I've got the figure right here, and this is the original Hulk Hogan. So really excited to actually kind of review these and see how they feel. So first, I'm gonna look at the this is the figure that I received. I think some of them had popped up on eBay, and so I was curious and kind of secured one of the prototypes. I think this is kind of like an unpainted example. Now kind of looking, weighing both figures, this one to me feels a little bit heavier. Obviously this is very lighter, and this is very, if I compare to the softness level first, this right here is extremely soft, and this is the 80s figure right here. This one very stiff. Like, I'm trying my hard. Let me just skip the front. Trying my hard to actually see, and also the legs of this figure are already pretty much squeezed inside in. You see how the gap is between the original versus this guy. This one is already squeezed in. So again, this could be one of the early prototypes. So could mean, maybe they were still refining the softness level. As for Latoonie figures, when we started off, we had, this is one of the oldest prototypes we did. It is still extremely soft, but we also kind of kept on adjusting the softness till we got what we wanted to achieve out of the figure. So so the softness might change. I was actually able to secure a couple of other prototypes. I should be getting those fairly soon, so I'll probably do another video. Now let's talk about the looks first, right? So the looks wise, there's the figure. A lot of you have seen. Pretty, I would say, same, more or less. I think, say, head to head, uh, but obviously the stance is a lot different. Again, this could be because, as I mentioned, right, I think I would not really judge it till we actually see the final production one in hand, because as in any process, I think these do get refined. One of the other thing I noticed, obviously, the way this is constructed is, I didn't open this figure up, like split it, but you can basically see the seam line right here, and there's a gap there. So it's gonna be a two-part, in certain cases even a three-part mold. I'm still curious to see how they will do the Dusty, because I don't think the Dusty Road figure can be done even in a two-part. It might actually be a modular mold, which basically it might have more than two parts. This one is definitely a two-parter. So the lower body right here, you can see the seam line. So that's upper body is one part, and that includes the head. So it's kind of already blended in, and we can see the mold line going all the way across this guy right here. So this is the one part upper body, one part lower body. Now, the legacy one was one piece. It was very difficult, at least during my research when I initially kickstarted Latoonie figure line. There were a lot of challenges. You could do a one part depending on the scale. 8-inch above, almost near to impossible now. And if you do them, uh, you know, yeah, the factory, I think it will be difficult to find a factory who will be willing to take that risk, because it's also a lot of cost to them, especially if that doesn't work out. Now, one thing, like I said, I would not really go too much on this. One thing I noticed is the back of the trunks. It's pretty consistent. You can see the line that Hulk Hogan original one had. Obviously, it's a little bit more visible here. So that line continues. So I thought they should have adjusted it, but it's okay. The more closer we get to the original, the better it is. I do want to also mention, the more software you get in these materials, the more difficult it is for the paint to stick on. Which is why one of the primary reasons, if you look at the original LGN, these guys, you can see how the knee pads are, right? So the more softer these will be, the more difficult it is for the paint to retain over there. Unfortunately, the factories even there, even today, don't it's very difficult for the factories to guarantee that the paint job will stick based on the more softer you basically get this material. um Head sculpt pretty much similar. Like, I like what I'm seeing. They're pretty much same figures, right? So you can see, the trunks even had that line going behind the going in the backside as well. I see even the knee pads, same thing. Don't really see any other difference. The shoes uh, are a little slightly longer, a little bit. Maybe you can see the shoe is a little bit longer, which is a good thing. Let's see how compared it to the Macho. So that's good. Oh, well, it looks pretty good. So the Macho that we did increase the shoe sizes of some of our figures, so that's good. It is consistent. I'm gonna probably compare these with some of the Demolition. Right on the money. So bigger the shoes, the better it is. Really excited to actually line this up, and I'll take some of the photographs as well. Um, so I think overall, this, like I said, this figure is soft, but it's not as soft as this. But again, I wouldn't hold my breath too much on this till we actually get the actual production figure, which should be coming anytime soon now. So as soon as they come in, I think they will bring a lot, right, to see what there is. But what I'm seeing, I really like it. I think even if they make this a little stiffer than the previous one, it will help with the overall paint application, because you can see the Hulk Hogan. If you put the closer look, you can see the secret. Now, this is probably not one of the best Hulk Hogan's, in the original, but it is the original paint, and you can see the paint job wasn't really that best back in the days, and even the more deeper you go inside the shoe itself, the more rougher the paint job is. So I'm expecting even around, if you see right here, the knee pad, you see how there is an overflow of the paint from the knee pads onto the wrist. So again, I'm hoping by adjusting the stiffness, I think Mattel figure of this new Hulk Hogan variant will kind of overcome some of the, I would say, shortcoming. And the shortcoming really on this figure was kind of more on the side from because how smoother it is. I think if they adjust the stiffness a little, the paint will stick, and I think it will get a little bit more presence on this figure. Overall, really happy, really excited. I love this prototype. I think means a lot. At the bottom of the shoe, let's see what it says. It does say 2025 Mattel. Very difficult to see, but it does say that. So again, I think few of them pop in and out on eBay all the time. So if you can get your hands on one, definitely worth it. I think there's a lot of examples of these out there. But it was good to see get one of these guys in the hand, and I was personally excited myself. I wanted to see how well it will compare with the Macho. Well, ooh, yeah, I think the Macho is gonna be, they look pretty cool together. So definitely excited. If you haven't pre-ordered, definitely look to pre-order these. There should be plenty of these available. I mean, Hulk Hogan. There should be plenty of these for everyone to grab one. I really can't wait to get this to my sons. Have them throw this guy around. My son has been actually playing with this, so really excited if you can get your hands on one before Thanksgiving. And I personally can't wait for the Hulk Hogan actual painted example, the production example. And well, let me know your comments below. See, what do you think? I'm glad the shoes, I hope they keep it consistent, because as the LJN line went forward, they're kind of squeezing some of the shoes, the sizes. I think the wrestler needs to get that presence. And when you will see, I should have a Inoki right here. So this is the Inoki. That's basically it's gonna be coming. So let's do the shoe comparison. Yeah, pretty much on the money right there. So I think it will be good. Let's do the fist check. Ours is slightly bigger, but overall it's almost the same. So again, I think it will be good to kind of have these in hand when you will doing the comparison. I think a lot of you will find similarities, which is a good thing. Legacy and you know an Inoki versus Hulk Hogan matchup. I think we can always want to kind of shared some of those memories we actually had our childhood with some of our kids. So I'm really happy Mattel is actually bringing it, and it also gives an opportunity for us to keep some of these golden era wrestlers and share their memories with our kids and kind of pass them along. Hey, they might say, "Hey, my dad got me a Hulk Hogan figure, and I loved it and used to play with it." So that's how the kind of the legacy for some of these wrestlers and also kind of the nostalgia that we all live in will kind of continue. Thank you all for tuning in. This is AJ signing off. Appreciate everyone's input as always, and thank you for your support. Lots to come from Latoonie, especially in the month of December. Really excited, and stay tuned on our Instagram, Facebook, and through our website. And looking forward to some of these upcoming couple of months, and lots more to share. And keep me always in your thoughts. And thank you as always. Take care.